You're watching CHCO-TV's Gavel to Gavel coverage of the November 18th, 2024 regular council meeting for the town of St. Andrews. I'm Vicki Hogarth. In today's meeting under Economic Development, Business and Culture, Councilors Hurdle and Weir will move that council removes the designation of local historic place from two properties, 106 Parr Street and 134 Carlton Street. Further to this, Councilors Hurdle and Weir will also move to grant leave for the second reading of Heritage Conservation Bylaw 24-04. Now let's join Council at the W.C. O'Neill Arena Complex Council Chambers in St. Andrews.
Welcome to the Monday, November the 18th, 2024 Town Council regular council meeting. Unfortunately, the mayor is under the weather, so you're stuck with me. So, and I know Paul and Chris will keep me online. So the first thing, we're at the W.C. O'Neill Arena Complex, and we have the recording of attendance, and everybody is present except for Mark. Is he online? No? Okay, Mark Blanchard. And the mayor, who's under the weather at this point. Hope you get well soon, Mayor. I would like to acknowledge that we are on the unceded traditional territory of the Beskoto-Makati people. And now we have looked for approval of the agenda. So could I have the approval of the agenda for the 24-1118 regular council meeting be approved as presented? I have Mr. Councillor Bennett, seconded by Councillor Gumichel. Thank you very much. Is there a conflict of interest? Oh, Councillor Weir?
I have something added under closed session.
Councillor Weir, please use your microphone.
You have to use your microphone.
Yes.
He would like to add something under the
Closed
session. Is there a...
The councillor, is it referring to land, legal, or?
Legal, I guess.
Okay.
Legal?
Thank you, so I can look it up for what section.
Okay, thank you. And you'll give me the wording, or you will do it for me? Thank you very much.
Madam Chair,
So-
please note that Councillor Blanchard is online now.
Oh, welcome, Councillor Blanchard. Nice to see you. So we need to do it as amendment.
Need a seconder.
So I
Councillor Weir
need a
made a motion
seconder.
to amend. Yeah.
And Councillor Bennett seconded. So now we do the amendment first. So council amendment for a closed session on legal, and we'll get the proper wording later, if that's okay with you. So I'll ask the question. Oh, Councillor Neal? Oh, you want the question? Oh, you're already voting. All those in favor? Counter-minded? So it's carried. Now we go to the acceptance of the agenda with the amendment. So all those in favor? Contrary-minded? It's carried unanimously. Even Councillor Blanchard's online there. Thank you very much, Council. Is there a conflict of interest in anything? Seeing none. Presentations, we don't have any for tonight. No presentations. Approval of the minutes of the last meeting. I don't think we have any of those because we did those just last week. Communications, none. Staff report and financial report. No, we just did that. Okay, so that brings us to I, introduction, consideration, and passing of bylaws and motions. So there's nothing for the Finance and Administration. There's nothing for the Public Works and Safety Committee, Councillors Bennett and Neal. The third is the Economic Development, Business and Culture Committee, Councillors Hurdle and Weir. We have the bylaw number 20-04, Heritage Conservation Bylaw call for the second reading, EBC 240902, And the recommended motion is that the council of the town of St. Andrews removes the designation of 106 Parr Street as a local historic place. And a recommended motion that the council of the town of St. Andrews removes the designation of 134 Carlton as a local historic place. And a recommended motion that the council of the town of St. Andrews grants leave for the second reading to the bylaw number 24-04, Heritage Conservation Bylaw for the town of St. Andrews. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought they were in the square. Yeah, they're in the square over here. Now I give it to you, Councillor Hurdle, and I already did it. Sorry.
They made it
Gonna get
really easy
fired
for me.
yet.
Thank you very much. So, like the Deputy Mayor said, this is reference EBC 240902. The subject is bylaw number 24-04, Heritage Conservation Bylaw for second reading. Background is that the Heritage Board of the Town of St. Andrews was established in the summer of 2023 to develop a heritage conservation bylaw. The board has developed a draft bylaw for consideration by council. Please see the attached document for more details. The bylaw process is as follows. So we had the public hearing of objections on October 1st, 2024. We had the first reading on November the 4th, 2024. Then we have the second reading and third and final reading to come. So the town has received the following requests to be removed from the bylaw, and that is to remove 106 Parr Street as per the owner's request, and to remove 134 Carlton Street as per the owner's request. The first action before us is that the first motion before us is that the council of the town of St. Andrews removes the designation of the 106 Parr Street as a local historic place, and I so move.
I need a seconder, Councillor Heenan. Any further discussion on this, council? Any further discussion on this, council? Seconded by Councillor Heenan. All right, then, we'll go for the question. All those in favor? Aye. And contrary minded? Carried unanimously. Okay, Councillor Hurdle, would you continue on?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The motion is that the council of the town of St. Andrews removes the designation of the 134 Carlton Street as a local historic place, and I so move.
Thank you, Councillor Hurdle. We need a seconder, Councillor Harland. Is there any further discussion on this one, council? Seeing no further discussion, I'll call for the question. All those in favor, say aye. Contrary minded? Carried unanimously. And your last one, Councillor Hurdle?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The motion is that the council of the town of St. Andrews grants leave for the second reading to bylaw number 24-04, Heritage Conservation Bylaw for the town of St. Andrews, and I so move.
Thank you, Councillor Hurdle. We need a seconder. Councillor Bennett. Are there any more discussion on this item?
Madam Chair, just want to note, Mr. Gopin we received a letter from the public regarding the bylaw, or requesting a couple of minor changes. Mr. Gopin, are you online?
He was.
He was.
Yes, Mr. Knopper, I'm here. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, so I was at actually a heritage conference in Fredericton. Lisa Koski invited, I guess, everybody to heritage, and I was able to go. And the person who the Provincial Heritage Act happened to be there. He now works for the of Moncton, and Lee, who's been fairly involved in the process despite not being on the board, made a few, based on discussions with him, made a few non-substantial changes, basically just language to make things clearer, a few things in the schedules to, make it a little bit easier to read by the public. All very minor, nothing substantial, nothing that changes the content, nothing that expands the scope or anything like that. Nothing that, in my opinion, would stop you from continuing on with readings. But so there's a few more minor changes that will come before third reading, and that's really it. And I think you did receive a letter. You have received correspondence from Ms. Sikorsky on that.
Thank you.
So, Your Worship, a new version of the bylaw with the changes, some minor changes, will be brought forward for third reading for review by council. But if council is sufficient with the bylaw that's in front of you now, you can proceed to second reading with still amendments and changes that can happen up to third reading. As noted, the planner is noting that it's not substantial changes, so it's something council can still proceed with moving forward to second reading.
Thank you, Mr. Knopper. Council, what is your wish? To proceed?
Yes.
With, and it will be changed by third reading, so. Okay, so all those in favor of second reading to the bylaw number 20-04, the Heritage Conservation Bylaw for the town of St. Andrews? Aye. Contrary-minded? None. So it's carried unanimously. Now I read it by title only.
Title only.
So this is the bylaw number 24-04, Heritage Conservation Bylaw for the town of St. Andrews. Be it enacted by the Council of the Town of St. Andrews under the authority vested in it by the Heritage Conservation Act, Chapter H-4, 05, Statutes of the United States. Oh, where did I get that guy? New Brunswick 2010 and the Local Governance Act, SNB 2017, C. Point 18, enacts the following. 1 was the purpose. 2 is definitions. 3 is municipal heritage conservation area. 4 is administration. 5 is the heritage permit. 6 are standards. 7, demolition, removal, or relocation. 8, dangerous and unsightly premises. And 9 is, this is read for the second time, the 18th day of November, 2024. Thank you very much. No. Okay. Well done. Oh, sorry. All right. So there are nothing from Recreation and Environment Committee, Councilors Gomichelle and Blanchard. There's nothing from the Planning and Committee Development Committee, Councilor Harland and Heenan. So is there any new business that we need to attend to? No. Question period, Mr. Knopper, do we have anybody online?
Through you, Madam Chair, we don't have anyone online. I've also received no email correspondence.
Thank you. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Anybody in the audience? No. So we're done that. Councilors and deputy mayor's comments? Nothing. Mayor's comments, he's not here, so the next thing we're going to go into is the closed session.
So council, at 6:43 PM, that the council moves into closed session as per Local Governance Act, Section 68(1)F, information concerning legal opinions or advice provided to the local government by its solicitor, or privileged communication between solicitor and client in the matter of a local government business.
Thank you, Mr. Knopper. So can I have a move to go into closed session? Councilor Bennett, seconder? Councilor Harland? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary-minded? None. So we are now in closed session. So we'll give the CHCO-TV time to leave.